Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'll be sharing you some tips on how to make our lessons more interactive for our students. We'll be talking about modern e-learning innovations, image editing frameworks. But before anything else, let's get to know the objective of our lesson in this tutorial. And our objectives are the following. First one, utilize 21st century tools that are useful for teaching. The second one is to value and appreciate the relevance of technology in lesson integration. And the third one is to create innovative output for lesson delivery for our students. Let's get to know a quick background first as to ICT and education. So what is ICT in education? ICT, or Information and Communication Technology in education, is the mode of education that uses information and communications technology to support, enhance, and optimize the delivery of information. A report made by the National Institute of Multimedia Education in Japan proved that an increase in the use of ICT in education with integrating technology to the curriculum has a significant and positive impact on students' achievements. The results specifically showed that the students who are continuously exposed to technology through education has better knowledge, presentation skills, innovative capabilities, and are ready to take more efforts into learning as compared to their counterparts. Of course, we cannot deny the fact nowadays na ang ating mga mag-aaral ay talagang inclined na sa technology. Kadalasan sa kanila ay gumagamit na ngayon ng mga cellphones or mga iba't ibang klase ng gadgets. So, nararapat lamang din para sa ating mga guro to be adept in terms of this new generation of students. Kailangan din nating gumamit ngayon ng mga iba't ibang tools na talaga namang akma para sa ating mga bata sa panahon ngayon na talagang modernized na talaga ang lahat. Here are the domains of technology according to Stosic of 2015. The first one, technology as a tutor. Together with a teacher, technology can support the teacher to teach another person, or technology when programmed by the teacher. Or it can also be a tutor of its own. Another domain is that technology serves as a teaching tool, of course. Like a tutor, technology is a teaching tool, but can never replace a teacher. But it is being used to facilitate, enlighten the work of the teacher. Of course, we are the actors and actresses inside the classroom, so hindi naman talaga tayo pwedeng palitan ng technology. Gagamitin lang natin ito as a tool para naman mas maging akit-akit at mas maging interactive ang ating activities inside the classroom para sa ating mga estudyante. Another domain is that technology serves as a learning tool. Of course, technology can be an effective tool for learning. It makes learning easier, enjoyable, and more effective. So the big question right now, friends, is that how can we improve teaching by integrating technology inside our classroom? Do you have any idea? Well, basically, that's the thing that I'll be sharing with you in this video. So the first tip I can give is to gamify our lessons for our students. A study by John Plass of 2015 about game-based learning showed that using games in teaching can help increase student participation. Kahit nga hindi pa tayo gumamit ng technology nowadays, like before, alam naman natin na kapag nagpapalaro tayo, nagbibigay tayo ng mga pakulo para sa ating mga mag-aaral, ay talaga namang nai-enjoy nila at mas ginaganahan silang mag-participate sa ating lesson. So with that, we're going to integrate technology with our gamification for our students. So the very first tip that I can give, of course, is to gamify our learning experience. As you can see in the screen, mayroon tayong mga iba't ibang laro na nakikita ninyo. Mayroon Family Feud, Deal or No Deal, Wants to be a Millionaire, and nagamit ko na itong lahat sa aking classroom. And I can really say naman na talagang nag-enjoy, hindi lamang natuto rather ang mga mag-aral, kundi na-enjoy din nila yung yung mga activities that I facilitated with them. So ito yung mga halimbawa: Family Feud, Deal or No Deal, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. I believe most of you are familiar with these games because they are seen on televisions, of course. Even now, meron tayong Family Feud, right? So basically, it's a very timely activity or gamification for our students. So I just wanna let you see first this very short video clip as a testimonial that technology integration is really effective and it's really very captivating for our students. So this is like a quick video clip from GMA News rather, and basically this would show how a teacher uses technology as an effective tool for his students. Take a look at this.
Winner ang paandar ng isang guro para ganahan sa pagre-review ang kanyang mga estudyante. Tinutukan po yan ni CJ Torida ng GMA Regional TV 1 North Central Luzon.
Not your ordinary classroom setup dahil ang klase dito sa Quebiawan Integrated School sa San Fernando City, Pampanga, ginawang game show kung saan ang game master ay ang guro. At ang mga kalahok, mga estudyante. Ito ang naisip na pakulo ng 28-year-old public school teacher na si Clinton Miguel para i-review ang kanyang mga estudyante para sa kanilang periodical test.
Yung unang quiz po nila, ang daming bumaksak, like 3 lang po yung pumasa out of 41 students. So naisip ko po na I have to do something for these learners para mas ma-attract po sila na mag-aral na mabuti. At the same time, mapataas or ma-improve yung kanilang mga scores.
Sa game show, makahati ang klase sa 2 grupo. Tatawag ang guro ng pares ng estudyante maglalaban sa gitna. Magtatanong ang guro sa mga estudyante na mga paksang kaugnay sa mga napag-aralan. Ang estudyante makakakuha ng tamang sagot ay magkakaroon ng puntos. Gamification o gamified language of teaching ang tawag sa estilo ng pagtuturong ito. Enjoy na enjoy ang mga estudyante habang nagre-review. Tumaas pa nga raw ng 50% ang turnout ng kanilang periodical exam.
It's really my passion to teach. That's why lahat ng mga salary ko ini-invest ko sa paggamit or sa mga magagamit ko sa pagtuturo ko para mas ma-improve pa, at the same time para mas makapag-innovate pa ako in my teaching po.
Para kay Teacher Clinton, hindi dapat mapako ang mga guro sa mga tradisyonal na paraan ng pagtuturo at humanap ng mga makabagong paraan para lalong mahasa ang kaalaman ng mga kabataang Pilipino. Para sa GMA Regional TV 1 North Central Luzon at GMA Integrated News, si
Alright, so there you have it, ladies and friends. Of course, I couldn't agree more with the teacher that we need not to really be stuck up with this traditional means of delivering lessons for students. So, talaga namang mas okay talaga na hahanap tayo ng mga iba't ibang paraan para mas maging interactive, para mas maging participative ang ating mga estudyante, and in that way, mas may engage sila to participate in our lesson delivery. So, there's no need, of course, for us to really spend a lot of money investing for this very expensive means of technology, but however, we can localize whatever is available inside our classroom, then that would do already. And I believe ngayon, sa napapansin ko ay mayroon na tayong mga televisions, may mga school talaga na mayroon na mga TV sa kanilang mga classroom. So basically, magagamit natin yan in order to make our lessons more engaging for our students. So, these are just some personal suggestions as to what could be the best classroom ingredients to make our lessons more engaging for the students. We have here television, speaker. You can also use HDMI cord, or like in my case, in my classroom, hindi po ako magamit ng HDMI cord kasi it's quite hassle for me. So I'm just screen mirroring or casting my presentations in my laptop connecting to the television para mas maging malaki ito sa mga estudyante at mas visible para sa kanila. And of course, as a teacher, you should have that wildest imagination and creativity. That's what I basically try my best to really, at least do, because I started with zero, to tell you honestly, mga teachers. Parang it's just really a matter of discovering, trying to discover a lot of things based on your curiosity and how to do this, how to do that. So with that, nakakonceptualize ko yung mga iba't ibang presentation na ginagawa ko para sa aking klase. And of course, you should have always this, your driven passion for teaching. Minsan nakakapagod, minsan talagang gusto na natin mag-give up kasi nga hindi tayo techie that much, but if we are just going to invest time on it, and then one step at a time, we are going to really learn things in a way that will also allow us to at least say that I've improved as a teacher. So ito lamang yung mga masasuggest ko na talagang kailangan natin. Hindi naman talaga natin kailangan bumili talaga ng mga mamahalin na mga gadgets para sa ating students. So these things would do already inside their classroom. So, saan ba tayo hanap ng mga iba't ibang mga educational platforms na pwede nating magamit para sa ating mga mag-aaral? So, pwede tayong kumuha from online educational platforms such as yung mga quizzes, yung Kahoot, like that. So, hindi naman lahat sa atin ay mayroong internet connection inside sa ating classrooms. So, kung wala naman, so pwede din tayong gumamit ibang paraan. We have here our learning management system. I believe kailangan din ito ng internet. So, kapag wala, of course, we can find alternative ways. Ito talagang gusto kong gumamit ng Canva sapagkat for me lang talaga Canva is really the best these days in terms of making or discovering a lot of things, making visual aids, making presentations for our students. I can really recommend Canva for us teachers. Okay? And of course, if wala namang internet, pwede din naman mag-explore using our Microsoft Office, right? Microsoft Office 365. That's what I'm using right now, and it's really a privilege for me to be given such an opportunity by DepEd to have this as a free one, because Microsoft 365 really has a lot of features that is very useful. And in fact, I'm not really that perfect yet in terms of all the stuffs in Microsoft PowerPoint, but basically I'm trying my best to discover more. I just realized that in PowerPoint we can program, so I'm trying my best also to study that one for my presentations to be more technology based, like that. So here's an example of a gamified activity that I used before in my class, and I can really say that when I had this one inside my classroom, it's really effective at talaga namang naganahan yung mga estudyante ko to really think and of course find for answers based on the lesson that I presented. But I'm trying to use this activity right now on the perspective of the teacher side. So I'm not using this for the students because the question that I will be revealing right now, later, would be not for the students but for us. Katuwaan lamang, okay? Just an example, alright? So of course, we are very familiar with Family Feud because it is being shown worldwide, hosted by Steve Harvey, and then there are a lot of adaptations the different countries. In fact, in the Philippines, we have Family Feud. Before, I think that was aired on ABS-CBN. Right now, here in GMA, hosted by Ding Dong Dantes. So let's try to take a look of this interactive PowerPoint presentation that I used before in my class. So of course, as a teacher, you're going to assume that you are the host of the program, and then the students are the participants of this game show. So, I have an example, but in my PowerPoint na ginamit ko, nandoon na lahat yung mga game mechanics, paano ito gawin, ano mga dapat gawin ng mga students, kung paano sila magkakaroon ng points, and so on and so forth. So, this is an example of the activity, and then this is round 1, kumbaga. So, let's reveal. There are, of course, options here na pwede nating ma-manipulate. We have here show question, hide question, and then meron mga sound effects na talaga namang nakaka-amaze kasi nga it would also boost the interest of the students to listen. Okay, so let's take this one already as an example. So I'll be showing the question right now here. So this is the question. Anong kadalasang ginagawa ng mga guro kapag sila ay nakakatanggap ng mid-year at year-end bonus? Talagang relatable ito sa ating mga teachers, no? Sabagat tayo naman talaga ay gumagawa ng mga iba't ibang mga things dyan kapag tayo nakakatanggap ng mid-year at year-end bonus. So, when I had this one during our training with my co-teachers, talagang na-excite sila, and then they're trying to think as to what would be the possible answer, because of course each correct answer has corresponding points. So talaga namang magaganahan sila to really brainstorm and think of a best answer that would really give them a higher points compared with other groups. So let's hide first the question, and then here are the answers here. It will be alternating, like group 1 will be answering first, and then group 2, and so on and so forth. And then of course, if they got the correct answer, then basically they got a point, and then if they're wrong, they were given chances. So it really depends also on how the teacher can provide twists on this particular game to the class. Alright, so with that particular question, let's show it again. So paano nga ba, sabi sa question, ano nga ba mga kadalasang ginagawa rather ng mga guro kapag sila nakakatanggap ng mid-year at year-end bonus? So here are the possible answers that I put here according to a survey of 100 teachers. Just an example. Alright, so number 1 would be nagpapariban ng buhok. Alam naman natin, kadalasan, especially mga female teachers, of course, not male, ay nagpapariban ng buhok kapag sila nakakatanggap ng mga bonuses. So for number 2, the answer is namamalengke o shopping. Of course, sino ba namang hindi maakit na mamalengke o mag-shopping kapag nakakatanggap ng bonuses, right? And then the third answer is that kumakain sa Unli Buffet restaurant. I'm guilty with that kasi nga kapag nakakatanggap, of course, gusto ko mag-unwind, mag-chill, pumunta sa mga pumunta sa restaurant, kumain. At least naman in that way is na-unwind ako. Food is life naman talaga, di ba? And then the fourth answer that I put in here is that tumutulong sa nangangailangan. Of course, we should always not forget to share naman sa blessing natin na natatanggap. Mayroon iba sa atin, nagreklamo na hindi pa tayo nag-increase ng ating sahod, but basically we just have to be very grateful because we have this stable job, right? I believe you will agree with me on that also. And then the fifth answer that I put in here is that namamasyal o nagbabakasyon kasama yung mga friends, or of course priority naman natin ang pamilya pag tayo namamasyal o nagbabakasyon. And then the sixth answer that I put in here is that nagbabayad ng utang, of course, hindi natin dapat nakakalimutan yan. And then number 7 is that nagpapaayos ng bahay. Ginagawa ko din ito, and I'm trying my best also to renovate our houses pakunti-kunti hanggang matapos naman. And then the last answer that I put in here is that nagpapaayos ng ngipin o braces. Ayan. So, of course, you can also use or manipulate at the timer here. We're given, the students rather can of course make this more exciting by this timer. So let's try.
Get ready to the countdown.
Ayan, so magkakaroon sila ng timer para makapag-isip ng kanilang sagot, and talaga namang may excite at maninilabis yung iba na talagang magsulat na ng answer sa kanilang tagboard or whatever other tools that you're going to, other materials that you're going to use in facilitating this game to your students. Meron ba mga background effects dito? Meron background effects if that particular group wins the game. Listen. Ayan. Meron yung loose. And meron namang nag-cheer up. Merong boo. Wow naman. And then if you want that sound to be silent, then just click the silence button. And if in case the answer of that particular group is wrong, so basically just have to click the X button in here at ito naman mangyayari. Ayan, another one, and then the group is disqualified already if that particular group commits already 3 mistakes. Ayan, that is the example of a gamified activity that I use inside my class. So marami pa. Okay? Other examples here, we have here, yung mga binibigay ko ngayong mga examples ay nagagamit ko na talaga sa aking classroom. Mayroong deal or no deal na talaga namang nakaka-excite kasi nga, of course, I also put spinning wheel doon sa aking presentation kung saan nakalagay doon yung mga players ng game. Nilagyan ko ng mga pangalan ng mga estudyante, tapos mayroon din akong na-integrate or na-modify na point system at nilagay ko dyan sa presentation na iyan. So, for them to determine as to how many points you're going to get if they're able to answer the particular question. And then I also have Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Nagamit ko to, I think, when I was still teaching in the private school, and then I use this one as a sort of review for my class before the examination. At talaga namang hindi naman talaga madali yung mga tanong at talagang kailangan talaga mag-study ng mga mag-aaral para naman makakuha ng tamang sagot. And then this one is really an integration, not just with one subject but with the other subject also. I had this minute to win it. I used this one in my class before, integrating not just about higher order thinking skills of the students but also developing their kinesthetic skills. So when I had that one, talagang yung mga students ay naglalaro inside the classroom. Meron akong activity part of the minute to win it na sila ay tumatakbo and so on and so forth, sumasagot sa mga tanong, tapos tumatakbo. At least naman hindi naman sila always sitting lamang inside sa classroom. And then we have to be adept also with the latest trends right now. So a year ago, Squid Game is very popular to us, so I also integrate that one inside my classroom. Gumawa din ako ng classroom activity about Squid Game. So I integrate the how do you call that one, the level 1, the green light, red light, and other parts of that particular Squid Game. And then careful din tayo sa pag-execute ng ating mga games sa ating mga students kasi nga sensitive kumbaga yung movie na Squid Game. So I'm trying my best not to make it sensitive for the students in a way na interactive siya, ngunit hindi naman talaga sensitive on the issues being presented in the movie. Alright, so before, this is very famous also, the Singing Bee, na air din ito sa ating Philippine television back then, and then I'm trying to use this one as an integration in developing vocabulary skills for my students because I'm an English teacher. So basically, umaawit din ng mga mag-aral, so hindi lamang ng traditional na spelling or traditional na vocabulary building. At least in that way ay nagkakaroon din sila ng interaction in terms of singing. So hindi lamang nagagamit yung yung utak, but of course na-enjoy din nila kasi umaawit sila para naman before nila makuha yung tamang sagot. And then I also use this one when I was handling an AP subject before, the treasure hunting activity. Nagamit ko din ito sa aking ESL class at talaga namang yung mga foreign students ko ay nag-enjoy sa paghahanap sa treasure. So mayroong mga iba't ibang places na kanilang madidiscover, tapos pagdating na sa place na iyon, when I click that particular hyperlinking, ay mapupunta sila sa place na yun, tapos mayroong trivia, mayroong mga katanungan. So kailangan nilang sagutin bago sila makabalik sa treasure map, and then makahanap ng ibang place kung saan talaga inilagay yung treasure. Ayan, meron din tayong Wheel of Fortune na air din ito sa Philippine television before. So you can also integrate that one inside your classroom. And then Alphabet Bingo. Now, mayroon ako inilagay na recommended website for interactive PowerPoint games, and I can really tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that this website, free naman yung mga inilagay na PowerPoint games. In fact, ito, nakalagay din nito doon. In my case, I just modify things. So, basically, they are my inspiration. I mean, this website is my inspiration, www.rosnacreative.wixsite.com, and it's really a site full of interactive games or PowerPoint presentations that you can use for your presentation. So, that would be, if that would be okay with you, then you can try to open that website and discover. Ayan. So, tip number 2, of course, you can use interactive lecture technology tools. Ano nga ba yung mga tinutukoy ko dito when I say interactive lecture technology tools? They're the following. You can use this, I forget what SP means, but yeah, hindi ko naman masyado yung ginagamit, but I think it's related to Adobe. And then Slides Go, Genially, and then the 2 big giants that I'm using in my lessons actually are this 2 lang talaga, Canva for Education and then Microsoft PowerPoint. Kapag gumagamit ako ng Canva, minsan kumukuha ko sa PowerPoint, nilalagay ko sa Canva, and then kapag naman yung PowerPoint talaga mismo solely ang ginagamit ko, ay minsan kumukuha ko ng mga elements sa Canva tapos ini-integrate ko na lang sa aking PowerPoint. Kasi nga, for me, these 2 are really very perfect already. Makakahanap ka na ng mga iba't ibang mga magagandang visuals or effects gamit lamang yung Canva for Education, of course, the Microsoft Office 365. And sa mga teachers dyan na hindi pa na-download yung Microsoft Office 365, please do so kasi naman it's a very privilege for us and we should be very thankful to the Department of Education for providing us Microsoft Office 365 for free. And I can really say that the latest version of Microsoft Office really has a lot of features that we can use in presenting our lessons for our students. Like that. Ayan, yung mga tumatakbong clouds dyan, ganyan. Alright? So, tips and tricks, ito lamang yung mga simple tips and tricks na para sa akin ay maibabahagi ko sa inyong lahat, and I hope naman na magamit nyo din as a way of, discovering more para mas maging interactive ang ating mga lessons para sa ating mga students. Una dyan, of course, we should always think like a designer, though it's quite difficult, quite a challenge for us kasi even me, hindi naman ako expert in terms of Adobe Photoshop, Adobe Animation, or After Effects, but just utilize what you can. Hindi naman kailangang madaliin ang lahat. Take it one step at a time. So in my case, I'm also trying my best to discover, and then if I learn this one, I'm trying to apply it, and then I'm also trying or assessing myself if that particular design or presentation is effective for my students. But always think like a designer. Yan lamang talaga, no, ang ating dapat isaalang-alang. Ito yung mga tips na may ibibigay ko. Una, sa proximity. This is already in terms of the presentation or the example, gagawa ka ng Microsoft PowerPoint presentation para sa iyong mga mag-aaral. So you should observe proximity. You have to make sure that related items are grouped together in your presentation. Halimbawa, dito mayroon tayong how do you call this one? A calling card. So hindi naman pwede nating gawin na itong Windows na icon ay lalagay natin kahit saan, itong Wi-Fi na icons. So of course, it would be better to arrange them accordingly sa iyong slide or sa iyong presentation na para naman nang sa ganoon ay hindi ito masyadong confusing para sa ating mga estudyante. So the second one is the alignment. Do not if you are into this kind of alignment na gusto mo yung parang medyo catchy para sa mata ng mga student, but for me, I would recommend na properly aligned ang ating presentation. Like kung meron tayong title there or like a subtitle, and then the details or the contents, the particular details of that particular topic would be better if aligned sila ng tama. Then pwede ka makapaglagay ng picture at least in a way hindi divided yung mga estudyante kung saan sila dapat tumingin in terms of taking down notes sa mga text na nilagay mo sa iyong presentation. Alright? We also have here hierarchy. This is like helpful, or you have to help your viewer navigate your work. So example, in this case, ito yung invitation card na yung una, yung mayroong X, hindi siya masyadong catchy para sa reader kasi nga hindi na i-emphasize. So you have to give emphasis naman kung sino ba yung ikakasal. So the suggestion here says that na kailangang mas bigger yung font size ng name ng couple na ikakasal. So at least in that way, mas klaro para sa mga tagapanood na sila pala yung ikakasal sa specific date. Ayan, so hierarchy also is very important. We have here typography, just a recommendation, wag gumamit ng mga font style na hindi naman talaga masyadong or confusing sa mata or hindi kaakit-akit tingnan para sa mga tagapanood. For me, I would recommend yung mga font styles na mayroong serif. Ito kagaya nito yung Times New Roman or Arial or Arial Black would do already for me. Like in this presentation, most of the font style that I use is Arial Black lamang kasi nga for me lang, Arial Black is very very clear, very visible, tapos malaki siya, mas klaro para sa mga tagapanood. We have here the leading and size. So you have also to observe proper line spacing and size at yung presentation. For a Microsoft PowerPoint presentation, font size for title should be at least 36 and above. But for me, like in my case, I think if I'm not mistaken, with this leading and size, I actually have this one as 86 being the font size of this presentation. So mas klaro siya kapag mas malaki. Kasi nga hindi naman natin maikakaila na meron dito yung mga students na farsighted or nearsighted na meron sila mga problema in terms of sight. So at least in that way, mas klaro para sa kanila. And then for the font size for text, my recommendation should be at least 24 to 28. But if kaya naman na mas malaki pa sa 24 to 28, then that would be good. Also, just a little tip or recommendation para sa ating lahat na wag masyadong lagyan ng wag masyadong wordy rather sa iyong presentation or sa in just one slide. Wag masyadong wordy kasi nga I don't know, but for me it would be better na you have to summarize the things that you put in your presentation. Do not just copy everything in the book or in your reference, but also try to make it clear, make it brief and concise for the students para mas madali nilang maintindihan. And then it's a matter already of you explaining it or expounding it to the students. Also, this is very important. We have to observe color harmony. Each color should be complementary with our presentation. It can be complementary, analogous, triadic, tetradic, or whatever it is, as long as hindi naman masyadong masakit sa mata. Yan lamang talaga ang importante na yung color mo, if you are going to have a light text, then you should provide a black or a darker background para mas ma-emphasize yung text na gusto mong makita or ma-decode ng mga students. So basically, I think we are on the same page. The color should complement with one another, and it's very important na hindi masyadong masakit sa mata ang pinipresent mo na visual presentation by means of technology sa ating mga estudyante. Then pictures, also as much as possible, do not use pictures with watermark or do not make the picture very pixelated. So masasuggest ko in this example, nilagyan ko ng glow effect yung picture para mas ma-highlight siya. Nakadepende din naman yan sa background na yung ilalagay para sa particular na picture. Ang marirecommend ko na website for removing background of the pictures instantly is www.remove.bg.com. If you have a picture na may background tapos gusto mong tanggalin yung background, pumunta ka lamang sa website na iyan. Pagkatapos ay i-upload mo yung photo na gusto mong i-remove yung background, and then after that one, in just an instant of seconds, maybe 2 seconds, as long as okay lang na naman ang internet connection, ay maaalis din kaagad ng background. And then after that one, click download para naman ma-download and then makopy mo yung picture na remove na yung background at malagay mo sa iyong presentation. Alright? Ito pa, mga recommended websites with great quality pictures. Ito yung mga mare-recommend ko at pumupunta ako sa mga websites na ito kapag gusto ko kumuha ng mga picture na talaga namang okay gamitin para sa aking presentation. So, nangunguna dyan ang png3.com. Although, mayroong bayad. However, kapag ikaw ay nag-open naman and then every day you have 2 free downloads na pwede kang kumuha ng picture doon, but pwede ka naman ding bumili ng premium. Pero para sa akin, mas okay na sa akin na at least free lamang, makaka-download ako ng 2 pictures a day kasi mayroon namang ibang website na pinagkukuhanan ko din ng mga resources. So for that, png3.com, I can really tell you, friends, ladies and gentlemen, na talaga namang napaka ganda, high quality yung mga pictures na nandyan sa png3.com. The same with freepic.com, pixels.com, not only pictures but also videos, yung mga kuha ng mga videographers na talaga namang napakaganda. Pwede mong gamitin as a video, like you're going to put video presentations or video backgrounds sa iyong PowerPoint presentations. So pwede kang kumuha dyan sa pixels.com and also at pixabay.com, and of course this canva.com. Napakaraming graphics and elements or videos or MP4 na pwede nating kunin or pwede nating gamitin para sa ating presentations sa canva.com. And I'm very thankful nowadays that this canva.com existed kasi nga it's very useful for us like me, teacher who is inclined into presenting lessons to my students in an innovative or with the use of technology. So yeah, this is an example of canva.com. This is the dashboard, and then yung mga nagawa ko sa Canva, nakagawa ko ng Christmas decoration, Christmas wrapper. In fact, the customized Christmas wrapper that I had, and then mga certificates. Ayan, kung nakikita niyo, mayroong perfect attendance award, certificate during the recognition of the graduation program. Napakaraming mga pwedeng gawin. At if you're just going to click that create a design, option na lahat. Mayroon ng mga options kung ano yung gusto mong gawin. Gagawa ka ba ng portfolio, gagawa ka ba ng presentation, ng flyers, posters, etc. Napakadaming pwede nating gawin using www.canva.com. And then, ito yung mga nagawa ko using Canva. Nakagawa ko ng design para sa pagbabalik eskwela ng aming paaralan. And then, noong na we are going to celebrate the World Environment Day, ay nakagawa ko ng design for the tarpaulin. And then sa recognition and the graduation day, of course, na gamit ko talaga ang Canva sa paggawa nito sapagkat very nice, very connected yung mga nasa-search ko na mga videos or graphics sa Canva at nilagay ko ko sa aking PowerPoint for the presentation. And then the Brigada Eskwela, nakagawa din ako ng design gamit ang Canva, especially when we had our program for the Brigada Eskwela kick-off during the beginning, or I mean before the beginning of the school year. Ayan. For videos naman, friends, you have to insert full-size, clear videos and automatically play it. So, what I'm trying to say on this is that do not put videos na yung masyadong blurry, hindi clear para sa mata ng mga estudyante o ng mga tagapanood. In as much as possible, I think 720 yung quality can do already. However, minsan yung iba, yung mga videos na nakukuha natin yung mga blurry talaga, ang quality is 360 or below, but my recommendation is use 720 up, like 720 or 1080, like that. Put those kind of videos in your presentation. So the recommended websites for video loops and backgrounds, ito yung mga may recommend ko. Usually, sa YouTube ako kumukuha ng mga background videos or loops na ginagamit ko sa aking mga presentations sapagkat napakarami naman doon sa YouTube. So, ang ginagawa ko ay I go to the URL of that particular video, tapos nilalagyan ko ng 2 SS before the word YouTube. So, after that one, I click enter, tapos pagka enter na, ay ililink ka na sa particular tab kung saan pwede mong ma-download yung video mo na gustong kunin from YouTube instantly. Ayan, so you have to try that one. It's very nice. And then mostly the video quality that you can get from this particular technique is on a 720 quality. Ayan. So, mayroon din mga free download videos. As I mentioned kanina sa pexels.com, napakarami mga photos or mga videos na pwede ka. By the way, I just forgot this one, that you really have to credit also the owner of the photo of the videos that you will get. You have to attribute also copyright or like somehow courtesy in terms of getting those photos, kasi naman of course pinaghirapan din nila iyon. Sa freepic.com naman ay mayroong option doon na attributes, so you can just credit of course the owner of the photo or the videos para naman hindi ka naman ma-question kung bakit mo kinuha yan without asking permission or whatever it is. And also for the videos, as nasabi ko din kanina, even sa Canva, hindi lamang yung mga photos or mga graphics ang elements doon, pati mga videos na talaga namang napakaganda. I tried it in my science PowerPoint presentation and I searched about research. Napakadaming videos na pwede mong gawing background para sa iyong presentation, at talaga naman nagamit ko sa aking science PowerPoint presentation. Alright? Now, isa din sa masasuggest ko is to convert the video to GIF. Why naman? Sapagkat yung GIF, hindi naman siya masyadong mabigat. Okay? Ang storage na nakukuha o nagagamit ng GIF or ng GIF format. So, for me, I would recommend you na instead of inserting video, especially if the video is very long and then hindi pa kayo masyadong particular sa trimming of the video like that, so it would be better to convert your video or your MP4 format from different sources, like from Canva, from Pixels, like that. You can convert that video into a GIF or GIF format. In that way, mas magaan yung GIF na nalalagay mo sa iyong presentation. And why I'm telling this one, because I don't want your presentation na mag-lag o hindi mag-function ng mabuti, because napakarami mong nilagay na videos at talagang nabibigatan yung PowerPoint presentation, so hindi siya nagfa-function properly. So my suggestion is to convert your video or your MP4 format element into a GIF or GIF format, and then this is the recommended website that I can really suggest. This is www.cloudconvert.com. So you just have to upload the video that you have downloaded already from different sources or portals, and then after you upload, click convert, magka-convert yan. It would take quite a number of seconds, and then after that one, if it's done converting, you just have to download it, and then voila, that's it. Your video or your MP4 format is already being converted into a GIF or GIF format. Alright? You have to try, or you must try this also, teachers. Okay? So, ito yung mga suggested channels for best PPT tutorials. Talagang na-learn ako sa kanila with their presentations. Talagang napakarami mong pwedeng matutunan, and I can really say that I'm very thankful with them. Of course, they're the experts for sharing also their expertise. Marami sa internet, pero ito yung mga ma-recommend ko na talagang natuto din ako dahil sa kanila. So, here one skill PowerPoint tutorial. Ito, the best talaga to. Napakaraming techniques na it's very difficult, but if you really spend time, of course the effort, talagang ma-learn mo yung mga techniques, mga different means of editing, programming your PowerPoint presentation to make it more controllable for you as a teacher. Nagagamit mo siya ng maayos. So one skill PowerPoint tutorial is really the best na pwedeng makapagturo sa iyo online. We have also here JB Squiddy. This particular vlogger or like somehow a YouTube channel features a lot of his works in terms of PowerPoint presentation na talaga namang napakaganda ng mga presentation. And then we also have Emmanuel Crown. This channel provides tutorials, mga techniques kung paano mag-edit, paano pagalawin yung mga photos mo doon sa PowerPoint in a way na mas kaakit-akit siya para sa mga estudyante, paano mag-edit using Adobe tools and others. And lastly, ito si Mr. Boversey. Ito yung channel na gumagawa ng mga iba't ibang mga games or gamified games or presentations na gamification para sa mga mag-aaral. So, napakaganda din ng channel na ito. Meron mga Super Mario game there, Pokemon na hindi Pokemon na yung mga hindi natin nagagamit sa classroom but ini-integrate natin kasi nga with that particular na mga characters, it's relatable to the students. So, mas maiinganyo sila na mag-participate kasi nga nakaka-relate sila sa mga laro na kanilang nilalaro. So, Mr. Poverty is also a perfect channel for that. Alright? So, according naman to this very good innovator, George Caro, that technology will not replace great teachers, but technology in the hands of great teachers can be transformational. And with that, the end point for us, also teachers to be transformational, of course, we really have to, use technology as a perfect tool in delivering lessons for our classroom. And when will we do that one? Of course, now is the time. If not now, then when? So this is the very perfect time for us to find ways to innovate our lessons to our student. And kung mahirap naman, according to Lao Tzu, of course, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. So, walang madali dito sa mundo. We just have to be patient. We just have to really endure what we can do, capacitate our abilities, be inquisitive, go with your wildest dream and your creative imagination, and then everything will be smooth sailing. Everything will be as perfect as it is. Everything will be as innovative for the welfare of our beloved students. Ayan, so sana po ay may natutunan kayo sa aking tutorial sa video na ito, and I hope na in a way nakatulong ako at nakapagbigay ako ng mga tips, mga ideas kung paano mas maging innovative, mas maging e-learning, modern e-learning, innovation ang ating mga klase or ang ating pag-deliver ng lessons para sa ating mga mag-aaral or mga estudyante. Thank you very much everyone sa mga nanood talaga from the beginning until the end of the video. Masyadong mataas but I'm very thankful and at least in a way I was able to help. Thank you and I hope to see you again on my next video. Paalam sa lahat. Keep safe everyone. Goodbye!